请保洁中国。
大家下午好，欢迎来到保洁的专场。今年呢，以一种很不一样的方式展开。我们呢看到了疫情，它打断了我们的生活节奏，带来了很多挑战。但是呢，它也同时让我们重新审视很多东西，让我们看得更清楚。作为品牌，我们相信我们要追求的不只是增长，还要成为一股向上向善的力量。那我们相信品牌有雄心的话，不管是在逆境或顺境的时候，都可以持续向善向上。接下来，请大家欢迎我们人在新加坡的宝洁全球护肤和个人护理品类的总裁石拓培先生带来雄心所向、尽者精美的分享。谢谢。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would have loved to come to China to deliver this presentation to you in person. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but thanks to some amazing technology, I'm sure we can still have a great experience together. My name is Markus Strobel. I'm a president of Skin and Personal Care at Procter & Gamble. You know, I started working for Procter & Gamble many years ago. And I started in the household cleaning division in Germany. And after, starting my job for a couple of weeks, I went back to my hometown, to a little village, to visit my family. And over dinner, my grandmother looked at me and said, Markus, tell me, what are you doing all day? And I said, oh, Grandma, I'm doing really cool stuff. I'm doing market share analysis. I'm doing in-store checks. I'm doing consumer visits. And I'm doing market analysis. And I'm writing advertising briefs. It's all so cool. And she just looked at me over the big soup pot and said, so what you are telling me, you are basically selling soap. That's what you're doing. And then she said, and that's why we had to send you to university. I have to say, that hurt a little bit. But now, 29 years later, you could still say, I'm still selling soap, because Safeguard, a brand that you know, a brand that is a real icon in China, is a big and growing part of my personal care portfolio. But today, when you work on a brand, it's much more than selling. It's not selling, it's giving, because a brand needs to give. Brands today have a big social responsibility. Brands have a responsibility to society. And the best brands in the world are not only a force for growth, they are also a force for good.
只有当手可以握住爱，当手可以传递想念。当手可以给予关心，当手可以再次牵着手，生活才回到它该有的样子。这是舒肤佳相信，每双手都应该被守护的原因。2020年起，舒肤佳致力于健康传中国，帮助1亿中国人养成正确洗手习惯。为此，我们把健康充电站开进城市，开进学校，开进乡村，把健康传遍中国的每一个角落。通过守护1亿双手，我们守护更多爱，我们守护更多陪伴，守护更多的关怀，守护更多的希望。我们相信，当每双手都被守护，中国的健康才能被守护。舒肤佳，健康传中国。
In this new normal, everybody can only be healthy if the whole nation is healthy. And looking forward, it will be mom's #1 priority to protect the health of the family. But no matter what they do, they cannot always accomplish that. So you've got to ask yourself, what is the role of Safeguard in all of this? Now, Safeguard is supporting the health and hygiene of the nation. That's part of Safeguard's brand ambition. You're going to ask me, what is a brand ambition? A brand ambition, unlike a brand purpose or a brand mission, is a very concrete aspiration of your brand. It really shows you or shows to the world what the impact your brand wants to make on the world. It's how your brand relates to the world. And it's going to lay out very, very concrete actions, what the brand commits itself to, and makes it very measurable. Here's an example. Here's the Safeguard brand ambition. The Safeguard brand ambition is to educate 100 million people on personal health and hygiene. This is a very bold vision. This is a very exciting vision because the number is big, the commitment is there, and what I want to bring across in my presentation to you is that having a bold and impactful brand ambition is not only a source for growth, like building the business, not only a force for good, like helping society, but it can also provide you a big canvas for outstanding advertising creativity. Safeguard is taking their brand ambition on the road to educate the nation on health and hygiene. And this can make a huge difference. Imagine if you can educate children to wash their hands. You're not only making them healthier, you may also save lives in the end. In the video you saw an event which just ran in Shanghai a couple of weeks ago to kick off the road tour of Safeguard, and very soon you're going to see a Safeguard bus driving through the country to spread the health and hygiene message across the country. And we're even going to take this event to the Great Wall of China. So that will be pretty exciting. And we think that in the next year, we can touch about 25 million people and educate them. So we're well on our way to our objective of 100 million people. So again, big, bold, measurable, and a brand commitment. Based on all the learnings which generated in China, we recently, just 4 months ago, launched the Safeguard brand in the US. Take a look how we're trying to build a hand washing habit there.
You got 20 seconds to get it right. To make a change, you gotta do it every day and night. Wash your hands for 20 seconds by scrubbing them clean. We need to be germ-free for our community. So stay fresh and I gotta stay clean. I gotta stay fresh and I gotta stay clean. You got 20 seconds to get it right. To make a change, you gotta do it every day and night. Wash your hands for 20 seconds by scrubbing them clean. We need to be germ-free for our community. So stay fresh and I gotta stay clean. I gotta stay fresh and I gotta stay clean.
Now, this campaign has become extremely popular in the US. We had about more than 30,000 unique videos that people created of themselves and TikTok for the Safeguard Challenge. And we had about 1 billion views, and the brand is off to a very, very amazing start. So I could tell you many, many more Safeguard examples, but to sum it all up, Safeguard's brand ambition to educate 100 million people on personal health and hygiene. So this ensures that the brand is not only a force for good, but it's also a force for growth, with our China business being up very strong in the double digit. And what is more amazing and important for also our audience here, our advertising audience, that a strong brand ambition can give you an amazing canvas for creativity. I mean, from emotional videos about the nation's health, to lighting up the Shanghai Tower, to a bus tour with Safeguard that's going to lead to the Great Wall and to highly entertaining TikTok videos, the breadth of creativity is just astonishing. This is what a strong brand ambition can do for you. Now, here's another example. And this one is about gender representation in STEM careers. You know what STEM is? STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And if you look all around the world in all the people that are working in STEM careers, you're going to find out, according to UNESCO numbers, that men occupy 70% of all these positions, and women only occupy 30% of the STEM positions. You know, this is not much gender equality here. And when it comes to the US, this gets even worse. You know, the ratio is 75% men, 25% women. So our US Olay brand has made it their mission and their ambition to change this, and their ambition is to improve gender representation in STEM. Take a look.
Is there enough space in space for women? Who wrote that? Are people really still asking that question?
Operation Make Space for Women is ready for liftoff.
Mission Control.
Taraji P. Henson here.
We have the opposite of a problem.
There is so much space up here. Well, I could have told you that.
When we make space for women, we make space for everyone.
One tweet equals
$1 to Girls Who Code.
What does this button do?
Eject.
So Olay kicked off their brand ambition in the Super Bowl in February. You know the Super Bowl. That's one of the key platforms for showing creative advertising. It's the epitome of creativity and advertising and has a huge audience. So they made a huge commitment to gender representation in STEM. So specifically, the brand ambition of Olay is to enable more women to fearlessly pursue STEM careers. And very specifically, the brand wants to help double the number of women in STEM careers. Again, that's a bold objective, that is an ambitious objective, but the brand is committed to it. Because if you put something out there in the Super Bowl for millions of people to see, you better deliver. And they're already taking the first action. Take a look.
Think about what a computer programmer looks like. They think of a guy wearing a hoodie, sitting in a basement somewhere.
When the average person thinks of the face of a scientist, they think of a middle-aged white man.
If you don't see yourself in the people who are full-time faculty, then you have to ask yourself, why is that?
Because of culture, we do such a good job turning girls off.
I think the gender gap starts at a really young age. I think you tell girls that they're pretty and you tell boys that they're smart.
I knew I wanted to become a scientist since I was 5. It was kind of hard to truly believe that I could do it since I didn't see anyone that looked like me.
I am a postdoc in theoretical physics.
I am an inspiring astronaut.
I'm the CEO and founder of Girls Who Code.
Anybody can be a scientist. It doesn't matter what you look like, how old you are, gender, age, none of it.
Now, one word of advice if you are considering a brand ambition. It's very important that your brand ambition is rooted in the equity of the brand and what the brand stands for. So if Olay talks about science, they can talk about science because the brand is rooted in science. Olay does products that really, really work. It's very proud of that. They really make your skin better. They transform your skin, and we're not selling just hope in a jar. The product really works, and it's my own little advertising message here. The product really works, okay? So we are justified in doing that, and it fits to the brand equity. And it's also important